What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Irving TV. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Just some life stuff, but I'm not going to provide any excuses today. So, for today's video, I had some Spider-Man gameplay footage. And before I get into today's topic, my camera is still busted. It still works, but it has that little spot on the lens, which you're able to see in the last couple of videos that I made. But I do plan on getting that replaced. But unfortunately, that costs money, and that's going to get into today's topic. How do I make my money, and what do I do for a living? So, what I do, I mentioned this before in my other videos, but in today's video, I'm going to get a little bit more in depth. My job, who I am a pharmacy technician. Now, the pharmacy technician, the pharmacy technician job is to assist the pharmacist in filling prescriptions. So what we do is, well, before I get there, there's a major difference between a pharmacist and a pharmacy technician. I'm gonna get to that in a second. So how do you become a pharmacy technician? Well, the first thing, the way that I became a pharmacy technician is I went through a 6-month certification program. You have to be certified in order to be a pharmacy technician. There's a couple other ways that you could become a pharmacy technician as well. I heard some people actually getting hired at the local pharmacies, and what they do is they train that person and prepare them for the national test. Also, some people, they go to like a 2-year degree program, and then they also get certified that way as well. But like I said before, the way that I became certified is I took a 6-month program after I got out of high school, and that's how I did it. Now, one of the differences between a pharmacist and a pharmacy technician is the training requirements. Like I said, a pharmacy technician, we just have to get certified. Like I said, that could take a few months to maybe at the most 2 years for that to happen. While a pharmacist is technically a doctor. They got their doctorates, they got their PharmD. So that's about 8 to close to 10 years worth of schooling, I believe. So that's one of the major differences. Now, what my job composed of is, when I come in to work, what I'll do is I help count pills. I type in prescriptions that patients drop off or doctors send over. You know, I assist with that. I also ring up people at the cash register as well when they come to pick up their prescriptions. I also answer the phone as well, answer questions. People want to get their medications refilled. What they do is they call the pharmacy, you know, say, I want to refill this, I want to refill that, and then what I do is I put them in the computer, put it in for a time, and then we fill it for that time. Now, I'm a special case because I am the lead pharmacy technician in where I work at. So, which I don't know if I stated before, I work in a retail pharmacy. Now, because I'm the lead technician, which basically I'm a supervisor, some of my additional jobs is like making the schedule, make sure the technicians are doing their job, and also make sure our inventory is straight, you know, things like that. And my boss is the pharmacist. So I also follow what the pharmacist wants me to do as well, and assist them in managing the pharmacy. Now, I want to clear up some misconceptions real quick. The pharmacy technician is not the pharmacist. The pharmacy technician can operate in the pharmacy, but with some restrictions. Like, one of the restrictions that we have is the pharmacist is the last person that has to verify the prescriptions. And basically, when they verify the prescriptions, they're making sure that everything's been typed in properly, making sure that the right medication's in the bottle, making sure all the information is correct, making sure it's the right patient before it leaves the pharmacy. We can't do that. That's up to the pharmacist. Another thing that we can't do, and let me explain this for a second. There are certain medications that have restrictions, and they're called controlled medications. They're categories C1 through C3 or C4, I don't remember all of them, but C2 to C4 They're all common ones. C3 through C5s, C4s. There are prescriptions such as Tramadol and Xanax and lorazepam, that kind of things. And C2s are like Percocets, Adderall, Concerta, those kind of medications. C2 we're not allowed to count. I'm not sure if that's by law or by policy, but those we're not allowed to count. Only the pharmacists can count those. There's also, like I said before, a C1, but those are medications that are deemed to not have any medical use, such as marijuana and cocaine. So, and I'm not going to start the argument on the whole marijuana thing. That's a video for later. But anyway, like I said, we have some restrictions. There's other restrictions I can't think about at the moment. Oh, here's another restriction. We, the pharmacy technician, cannot counsel another patient. For example, so let's just say a patient's taking a new medication and, you know, they're asking about the side effects and when should I take this? Does this interact with any other medication? Even though I might know the answer, I can, by law, I cannot answer that. That's up to the pharmacist because, like I said, they're technically doctors. We also can't recommend any over-the-counter medication they should take as well, you know, due to liability reasons. So, but yeah, that's my job. Now, the moment y'all been waiting for. How much do I get paid? Now, pharmacy technicians, their pay depends on where they're working at. I don't remember if I listed this before, but there's many type of pharmacy environments. You have your, of course, your retail pharmacy, where I work at. You have places such as Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, Walmart. You also have your hospital pharmacies, your long care pharmacies, and your mail order pharmacies, things like that. Now, how much we get paid depends on which one of these environments we work at. Like I said, I work in retail. Usually in retail, pharmacy technicians get paid less at retail than they would at a hospital setting or mail order pharmacy, you know, that kind of environment. So, and here's another thing. The pay for pharmacy technicians is way different than pharmacists. Pharmacists, because they're doctors, they're making about 6 figures, so we get paid nowhere near what the pharmacist is getting paid. So when I first started working, when I first got into the company I'm working at now, and right now it's October of 2018. The company that I'm working at now, they first started me at $9.50 an hour when I first got in, and I think that was around 2014, I believe. So yeah, that's where they started me off at. After a year, I got a raise. Now I'm making $10 an hour. And then when I got promoted to lead technician, I was getting paid $12.50 an hour. Then after a year of that, I got a raise around 15. And now, and I know technically I'm not supposed to be talking about pay, but because I'm not mentioning the company, you know, that I work at, I think I can talk about this a little bit. I just want to, you know, educate people on this. Now I make about 17 and some change. So yeah, that's how much I'm currently getting paid right now. I can't vouch for other pharmacy technicians. I don't know exactly what the pay is for like hospital pharmacy technicians, but my mom working as a nurse, she said at the hospital they make around 20 an hour. So it just depends on what environment you work at. So yeah, now, do I like the job? Do I like the career? Put it this way, it's pretty cool, especially if you want to trade under your belt. You know, you want to be able to work and things like that. It can be, especially in a retail environment, it can be very stressful because there's a lot of things going on at one time. You know, you have to know how to multitask. You could be on the phone but also counting medications as well. You could be counting medications and typing in prescriptions and talking on the phone. I mean, it's a lot of multitasking and it can be chaotic at times, especially if you work at a bigger store, a bigger retail. Hospital pharmacies is much calmer. The only thing you really have to deal with is really doctors and nurses, while in retail you're dealing with the people, you're dealing with doctors when they call on the phone and things like that. So there's a lot going on. You're dealing with the patients right there in your face. So it can be stressful at times, especially when you get real busy around lunchtime. Phones going off the hook. There's 5, 6, 7 people in the pickup line, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in the drop-off line, and sometimes you only got 1 or 2 people that's working. So it can be stressful at times, but like I said, it's definitely supported my lifestyle. It definitely was able to help finance that Mustang that I got, help me get the games that I got, and all kind of things. So it definitely has been able to, you know, support my lifestyle. Like I said, it could be stressful. It's like I said, whether somebody else will like it or not, that just depends on somebody's outlook and what they can handle and what they can't handle. But anyway, yes, that's what I do for a living for the current time. I mean, y'all know that I'm going to school for IT, so things can change in the future. Things will change in the future, but for right now, this is what I do, and this is how I make money. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and press the like button. If you dislike this video, hopefully you didn't, but if you did dislike this video, press the dislike button, because I always appreciate honesty. Drop a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and until then, promoting peace, gaming, and wings.